Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Mindy here, and today I wanted to talk about the La Nuit Tresor line. I had a subscriber request that I talk about La Nuit Tresor Nude, and I thought that would be an excellent opportunity to cover the line as a whole. And while I don't have every single fragrance from the line, I do have a really nice representation here. I have 5 different fragrances, 3 are full bottles, 2 are samples. I don't have the new Dentel de Roses, sadly. I don't have the EDT, and I think there's another couple out there like the limited edition that I do not have. But I do think this will cover a lot of them and give you a good idea if you like the La Nuit Tresor line. And I'm elated that somebody requested to do this particular review. It means a lot to me. While this is not my area of expertise, I do absolutely love fragrance. I've studied notes, I've studied accords for a while, probably studied more than I actually did in college. And now I'm extremely passionate about it. So it's extremely fun for me to be able to engage with other people that share that same exact passion. So one thing I noticed about the La Nuit Tresor line that's slightly different from other fragrance lines is that the fragrances seem to have their own DNA. They're not all similar in notes, similar in scent, unlike the Coco Mademoiselles, unlike the Mon Guerlains, and unlike the La Vie Belles. These all seem to be slightly different, so I'll talk about that a little bit today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first fragrance I wanted to talk about today is La Nuit Tresor Musc Diamant, and I only have the sample for this particular fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and spray it here. And this fragrance is sweet, but more fresh than the other fragrances in this collection. White musk is listed across both the top, mid, and base notes, and there are other things in here like raspberry, damask rose, freesia, jasmine, vanilla, almond, sandalwood, patchouli, and this is stunning. One negative about this fragrance is that it is almost impossible to find at this point in time. I think I saw maybe 1 or 2 of these on eBay for sale. They are not easy to get, and boy, I debate adding this to my collection because it is truly stunning. I haven't had a tremendous amount of success with musk-heavy fragrances. So for example, I've tried the Narciso Rodriguez line for her. I think I tried the EDT, the black bottle, and I was not crazy about it. It was unique and very interesting scent, but one that I haven't quite grown accustomed to yet, and one I haven't loved, maybe because it's floral heavy, but this one is stunning. You get the musk, the raspberry, the vanilla, and I seem to get a little bit of freesia too. It really is a very well done fragrance, and as I continue to sniff it, as I continue to test it out, this is one that I think I might need to get on the ball and purchase. La Nuit Tresor Musc Diamant was absolutely one of the samples that I've tried that I'm pleasantly surprised by. It truly is a lovely scent. It's a beautiful scent, and it's too bad that this fragrance has been discontinued from what I understand, because I really was surprised in a positive way by this one. I shouldn't have been. Like I said, I love all of these La Nuit Tresors in front of me, but this one is just fantastic, and I'm not so afraid of musk anymore because of this. I'm sort of curious about Musk 12 by Kaali. I'm also really interested in Pure Musk by Narciso Rodriguez. So if you guys have experienced those fragrances and you're familiar with them, please let me know. I think this one is full bottle worthy if you can get your hands on it. So maybe this is one I can add to my collection if I can get it. So that's Musc Diamant by La Nuit Tresor Lancôme. Now the next fragrance that I want to talk about is La Nuit Tresor Nude. I've talked about this one before, and while it is soft, it is one of the most refined coconut fragrances in my collection. It's soft, but it's sweet, and the coconut is absolutely beautiful, sophisticated, stunning, and office friendly. Now when La Nuit Tresor Nude settles into the skin, it's absolutely stunning, it's intoxicating. There's something about this when it warms to the skin that just makes it such a beautiful, alluring scent. I do think if you like soft fragrances, you like coconut fragrances, you would really like this one. Now, in comparing La Nuit Tresor Nude to La Vie Belle Soleil Cristal, I think they're both incredible scents. I think they're both beautiful. I think they're both lovely. They're both well done. But La Vie Belle Soleil Cristal tends to maintain that underlying DNA, that La Vie Belle DNA that many of us are so familiar with. So if you don't like the La Vie Belle DNA, I don't think this one would be for you. But I also think that between these two, they are absolutely stunning coconut, sweet, summery fragrances to have in your collection, and they are not redundant. So they smell different enough to have both, to enjoy both, and appreciate both. And this one may be considered maybe a little more flirty, a little more fun, whereas this one might be more classy, elegant, and sophisticated. So I don't know if that helps you make a decision if you're debating between the two, but really, I don't think anyone could go wrong with either one of these fragrances. So this one is La Nuit Tresor Nude by Lancôme. Now the next fragrance that I want to talk about is La Nuit Tresor, and this is sort of what I consider the original, I believe to be the original that all of the flankers are based off of. And this one was love at first sniff. It is stunning. It has caramel, praline, vanilla, and lychee, and you get the sweetness from all of that, but it's so balanced out by the patchouli, the tonka bean, and the incense, which almost gives it sort of a smoky vibe. It has some woods and some florals in here, and it's just incredible. It's similar to the Nina Ricci L'Extase. If you like this sort of caramel aspect in that fragrance, you actually might like this fragrance as well. This is sort of dark, like a date night fragrance. It is well done. It's a delicious scent. It's gourmandish, but beautiful. And again, I would find this one to be classy. Now, where I'd wear this one, I'll talk about another. I think La Nuit Tresor, sort of the original, is more appropriate for maybe evening wear. You can absolutely wear it to the office, but it is sort of sexy. It's sort of seductive. You don't want to overspray this one. It's strong projection. It's got strong sillage, and while it's a beautiful fragrance, this one could come off a little heavy, maybe a little dense, possibly cloying if it's oversprayed. So this is one I go a little bit lighter on the trigger than maybe I would the Nude or the A la Folie. So again, this is a stunning scent, a beautiful scent. I've been wearing it for the past couple days just to sort of remind myself how much I loved it. I haven't been wearing it, you know, we get so excited about all the new fragrances coming into our collection and sometimes leave those that we absolutely loved behind, and I regret that. I'll be reaching for this one more often. Beautiful scent, La Nuit Tresor, the original. Now another fragrance I wanted to touch on today is the La Nuit Tresor Caresse, and I only have a sample for this fragrance, but this is also one that is beautiful and very much aligned with the original La Nuit Tresor DNA. So in the collection, I believe that the Caresse really seems to be the most like the original than any of these other flankers. It has raspberry, lychee, bergamot, almond blossom, which you definitely get, Tahitian vanilla, tonka bean, orchid patchouli, and white musk. And this is a stunning fragrance as well. Now, I don't think that I would add Caresse to my collection simply because I think it's so close to the original, but I do think it could be perceived as more wearable than the original La Nuit Tresor. Now, to my nose, it's slightly softer, it's more floral, but you can pick up on the almond blossom, the vanilla. I've seen this referred to as more wearable, which I completely agree with. It's more versatile in my opinion, where you could easily wear this into the office, you could easily wear this out for a date night and smell lovely. It really is truly a fragrance that you could wear anytime, any place, and all of these are, but I think the La Nuit Tresor is a little bit more deep, dense, heavy than the Caresse version. Yeah, it's a beautiful fragrance. I love this one. If I ever did run out of the La Nuit Tresor, I do think that the Caresse would be one I would consider adding to my collection. It is stunning, it's softer, but it's still lovely, and I would consider this elegant as well. The fact that it's more versatile, maybe a little bit easier to wear than the original La Nuit Tresor, makes this one very, very desirable. Yeah, it's a beautiful scent. I love it. That is La Nuit Tresor Caresse by Lancome. Now, a fragrance that I thought was worth mentioning, I don't know why I bought this, but I did. I have the original La Nuit Tresor, but Taste of Kiss by Rive has been compared to La Nuit Tresor multiple times, and so I bought it mostly out of curiosity to know, is it truly as much like the original La Nuit Tresor that they say it is? I really just was curious, to be honest, and this is a very inexpensive fragrance, and to my nose, it's a great dupe for La Nuit Tresor. Now, this is close enough that I'm not 100% certain that I'd have to buy the original again, but I would say that this is softer, it's a little bit less dense, it's a little bit lighter. I almost think of this if you had a soda, but then you had a flat soda, and this would sort of be almost like a flat soda, the flat version of the La Nuit Tresor. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It just simply is lighter, softer, but also a really nice fragrance. You get the fruitiness, you get the woodiness, you get that caramelic vibe. I do think this is a nice fragrance, and one, if you wanted to save some money from buying the original Lancome, would work and you would still enjoy it a lot. That is Taste of Kiss by Rive. Now, the last fragrance I want to talk about is La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. And this is incredibly intoxicating, incredibly alluring to me, and really one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This is a stunning scent. It has bourbon vanilla, benzoin, which gives it sort of a balsamic feel. It's got tonka bean, a subtle fruitiness, and it also has ambroxan, which sort of gives it some coziness and warmth and depth, sort of that ambery feel to it. This was not a love at first sniff for me. I tried it on, I liked it, but didn't reach for it again. Tried it again, found it growing on me, and as time went by, I was getting more and more addicted to this fragrance. So if you don't love this one at first sniff, my suggestion would be to continue trying it, continue testing it. Don't write this one off the first couple times you wear it, because I truly do think this is one that grows on you. And I think that a lot of people love this one as much as I do, looking at Fragrantica and seeing how people rank and rate this fragrance. Now, where I said I don't overspray the original La Nuit Tresor, I do overspray the La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. And that's simply because I love this fragrance so much. It's stunning, it's beautiful. It's one that brightens my day, it sets me up to be in a good mood. It's one that gives me comfort, it's cozy, and really one that I just enjoy wearing. I don't wear this for anyone else. I assume other people appreciate the scent because it's so highly rated on different fragrance platforms, but I truly love to smell this one throughout the day, and so a few extra sprays go a long way with this one, and it does get you through the day with an incredible scent profile that at least I enjoy smelling over and over again. And again, that is La Nuit Tresor à la Folie, my favorite of the La Nuit Tresor line. I don't know, maybe Dental Roses is one that we can try and like even more than this. I'm really hoping that that one gets released to the United States. I hope I can find a way to get it in my collection because I'm definitely curious about it as well. I think the La Nuit Tresor line is so well done. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it's sweet, and really is truly a crowd pleaser from my perspective. I think most people would enjoy the scent of all of these fragrances that I've talked about today. They are stunners. And that's all I have on the La Nuit Tresor line. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the viewer who requested the La Nuit Tresor Nude review. It means a lot to me that you watch my content, that you're engaged. When I started this channel, that's what I had hoped for, engaging with other people that love fragrance the way I do. It means a ton to me, and until next time, I'll see you soon.